Hello everyone. I, Dr. Sarvam Sorte from the Department of Pediatric and Preventive Dentistry, is going to conduct a lecture on the topic Non-Pharmacological Behavior Management of Children.
At the end of this lecture, you all should know the definition of behavior shaping and behavior modification. And you should also know the classification of various non-pharmacological methods of behavior management and importance of euphemism. Now, what is behavior shaping? Its definition is the procedure which slowly develops behavior by reinforcing a successive approximation of desired behavior until the desired behavior comes into being. And behavior modification is defined as the attempt to alter human behavior and emotion in a beneficial way in accordance with the laws of learning.
Now, in behavior management, we have a term called behavior shaping, which slowly develops behavior by reinforcing a successive approximation of the desired behavior until the desired behavior of the child comes into being. Now, there are various techniques of behavior shaping. Tell, show, do, modeling, desensitization, contingency management, and distraction. So today we will be learning about tell, show, do, and modeling. Now, Tell, Show, Do was formulated by Addleston in 1959. As the name suggests, we have to tell the child about the procedure, show the instruments and materials that are going to be used in the procedure, and doing the exact procedure. Now, as it is a step-by-step procedure, it is also called as approach by successive approximations. Now, in this telling, like in tell, show, do, there is telling something involves a lot of not telling, showing something involves a lot of hiding by the dental team, and doing means actually carrying out much more complicated treatment than what is told or shown to the child. Now we'll see each of the component of tell, show, and so the first is tell. Now here the dentist explains to the child what is going to be done in a language that the child can understand. The dentist has to tell everything slowly and with repetitions. Lengthy and complicated procedures are broken down into steps so that the child understands. And phrasing the instruments with words or using euphemisms has to be done while telling the child. So there are things that are not to be told to the child or not to be told directly. For example, use of LA injections or any sharp instruments or any bitter material, we cannot tell the child directly. So then we have to use euphemisms and take the child into confidence and then carry out the procedure. Now in the second component, that is show, the dentist shows the child what will be used and how it works and how the procedure will be carried out, demonstrating on an inanimate object, for example a dental model, to be sure that the understanding is complete. For example, if we have to show a high-speed drill, we firstly have to use a euphemism for that, for example a tooth shower, and then we have to demonstrate the tooth shower on a dental model. Now, there are various things that are not to be shown to the child, that is, a tray loaded with instruments, sharp objects, needle and syringe while injecting, and extraction forceps beaks, which would create anxiety in the child. Now, the third component is do. So, now without deviating from the explanation or demonstration that has already been given to the child, the practitioner should proceed directly to perform the previewed operation. Doing here means carrying out the procedure along with telling the child and showing the child again what is already previously done. So this is kind of reinforcement. And the dentist should not lie to the child or should not make any fake promises. By not lying, I mean here that for example, if an LA injection has to be given, the dentist should not say that it would not hurt at all. The dentist has to tell the child in a language that he would understand, that it, for example, it would there would be a slight pinch or there would be a feeling of and bite, like that. Now, how to proceed while taking an X-ray. Now, an X-ray machine or the device is in itself a big, huge machine, and it provokes a lot of anxiety in the children. So, firstly, we have to tell we have to explain the child about the X-ray machine. Like we have to use euphemism for an X-ray machine device, that is a tooth camera. Now we have to demonstrate that whole procedure on an assistant or some other child who has already undergone that procedure, and then when the child is confident enough, we have to make the child sit on the dental chair, slowly bring the machine or the tube towards the child, and without any um, exaggerated movements. Now, nothing evokes fear or anxiety more than that of the unknown. Now, in Tell Show Do, this is taken care of. The attempts are made to remove all that is unknown by telling and showing the child. So, the Tell Show Do method can be used on a young child on its first dental visit. It can be used for a child who is fearful because of the prior painful experience, or on a child who is apprehensive because of information received by parents or peers. So this was about Tell Show Do. The next method is modeling. Now this method is based on the social learning theory proposed by Bandura in 1977, which is the most influential theory of learning and development. Now he suggested that people could learn new information and behaviors by watching others. So this is a very effective method for children above 3 years and children with a past negative experience. Now what exactly has to be done for modeling? A child who is apprehensive or anxious, he observes another child who is cooperative while undergoing a procedure. He displays a positive attitude and communicates freely. Now here we have two components, the model and the child. Now the model is a child who is chosen because he is cooperative, well conditioned, and who communicates freely. The child should be told that he is selected to perform before the other child because of his or her good behavior. What happens in this is the model, he takes pride in performing before an audience, and the other child who is observing gets to know that he or she would be deprived of attention, special privileges, and receiving gifts that is given to the model child. Now the models here can be older or younger sibling, most preferably the elder sibling. And there are various recorded tapes that are available for modeling. We call that as audio visual modeling or video modeling. The child has to pay attention, remember that what is observed, reproduce the exact behavior, and have good motivation to adopt the behavior. Now without these factors, the observational learning becomes ineffective. Now the modeling is effective particularly when the observer is in the state of arousal, when the model has more prestige and status, for example an elder sibling, and when there are positive consequences of model's behavior. Now this particular method, modeling, has a fear reducing effect. Hence, the Bandura has termed this method as or this effect as vicarious extinction, as it allows learning without actually performing, and the child hence learns to eliminate the fearful behavior without incurring aversive consequences of such behavior. So, in these two methods, the questions that are asked usually in exams are SAQ over Tell, Show, Do and modeling respectively, and can be asked as a part of the LAQ.
These are the references. You can refer these books.
Thank you very much.